Warm welcome, viewers. You're watching To The Point. I'm Preeti Chaudhary. The city, state, if you'd like to call it, Delhi, is abandoned by all. By the state chief minister, Arvind Kejriwal, by the centre, run by the prime minister. The judiciary has finally stepped up. And what really happened? Well, yesterday, the Delhi High Court said that the centre is living like an ostrich, burying its head in the sand. Asked why shouldn't contempt be made against the central government for not adhering to orders of bringing in the oxygen that this city is desperate for. What happened today? Because the centre approached the Supreme Court on the contempt possible notice. It's an abandoned city. It's people sitting on a pyre counting their dead. Most dead, not due to the virus, but lack of oxygen. The city-state, headed by the Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, and the centre, headed by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, continue to shift blame in the fight over oxygen. Coming to the rescue of a gasping Delhi has been the judiciary, the Delhi High Court, and now the Supreme Court. You can put your head into the sand like an ostrich. We will not. The High Court taunted the centre on the 4th of May, while asking the central government to show cause as to why contempt of court should not be initiated for non-compliance of orders passed with respect to the supply of oxygen to the national capital. The centre moved Supreme Court against the contempt warning. The apex court during the hearing did say contempt does not solve the crisis, but tore into the centre for not providing enough oxygen that the city needed to stay alive. A bench of Justice D.Y. Chandrachud and M.R. Shah recommended that the centre take note from the Mumbai model of the BMC to try and ensure oxygen supplies to Delhi. It also refused to stop the High Court from monitoring the oxygen situation. We direct that by 10:30 a.m. tomorrow, the centre shall place a comprehensive plan in the form of a chart, indicating the manner in which the direction for allocation of 700 metric tons shall be complied with, adding that it was answerable to the citizens of Delhi. The administration has let citizens down. The judiciary, of late, has been standing up, scheduling urgent hearings, seeking immediate replies, counting each breath of gasping citizens of this capital. All right, viewers, on what the Supreme Court said today, it's given the centre time till 10:30 in the morning tomorrow, but has made very scathing observations, which the Delhi High Court continues to make. I'm joined right now by Priyanka Chaturvedi. She's MP Rajya Sabha Shiv Sena. I also have Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. I'd like to begin with you, Ms. Chaturvedi. Just till about 20 days ago, there was abject mayhem where your government was targeted for a complete collapse in its health system. Today, the Supreme Court gave the example of what the Supreme Court called the BMC-run Mumbai model that Delhi and the centre should look at. Are you feeling vindicated at all?
I wouldn't get into this vindication bit, but yes, it is the appreciation coming from the Supreme Court, which is absolutely apolitical and which has been following what has been happening across the country, and for them to acknowledge what Mumbai has managed to do. For us, it is not just a pat in the back, but it is also a way to actually get all those haters who were going on trolling us on social media, who were spreading false narrative about Maharashtra, about Mumbai. I think that has effectively shut them up. As well as the Solicitor General matching tune with what Justice Chandrachud was saying is, I would say, icing on the cake, because for all the brickbats that were thrown at us, we were very committed to the idea of ensuring that the lives of people in the state mattered. We were following whatever was coming from the task force that the chief minister set up himself, and the medical task force, not someone who were politically affiliated, but someone who were totally dedicated to ensure that we managed to go across this wave as well, the second wave, which hit us really badly. So we continue to maintain transparency of data. We continue to test by numbers. We continue to ensure that there is nobody whose call goes unanswered, unlike a lot of states that we're seeing currently collapse under the weight of the second wave.
Well, I'd like to say that where I stand today, Delhi, city-state, is one of them. Ms. Verma, I'd like to draw you into this conversation as we're also joined by Reena Gupta from the Aam Aadmi Party. Sanju Verma, the fact is, a lot from your own state unit of the BJP had attacked the government of Maharashtra for what at that point of time was assumed as a total collapse of the health system, where many of your leaders even asked for president's rule in the state.
You know, Preeti, I just want to lay out a couple of facts because I personally believe that statistics never lie. The fact of the matter is that while you can wax eloquent about the Mumbai model, I'm a Mumbaikar, for donkey's years now, and I can tell you that be it the first wave or the second wave.
Madam, I don't want to interrupt, but I'm not waxing eloquence. It's the Supreme Court who did so today.
Preeti, let me complete. I did not say you were waxing eloquent. Let me complete, please. Why are you being so defensive? Can I have my say? I'm talking about the earlier panelists and for all those who have been trolling the Modi government saying that the center has thrown in the towel.
I had no idea that
Preeti, why is this that whenever I start talking,
Let's please go one by one.
I refuse to engage with her, Preeti.
No, 1 second.
I'm sorry, I don't know if you're aware of this.
Can we both? Ladies, can we both?
This lady, did I interrupt this uncouth lady?
Okay, all right, okay.
After 71,000.
No, 1 second, calm down. Sanju Verma, calm down.
1,000 people have died in Maharashtra.
Calm down.
And Ms. Chaturvedi comes and waxes eloquent about the Mumbai model. Madam, shame on you. Maharashtra accounts for 32% of the total COVID deaths in India. Thank you, Preeti. Maharashtra accounts for 32% of the total COVID deaths in India. Preeti, number one. Number two, let's also be very clear that in February, as your channel has been showing, when the entire country's test positivity rate was only 0.5%, Maharashtra's test positivity, even in February 2021, was 10.32%. And if you read the various judgments of the Supreme Court, the Delhi High Court in the last couple of weeks, they've even said Maharashtra should have been testing more than 2.5 lakh people in February. It has been the single biggest super spreader. Let me also remind Ms. Chaturvedi, on an average, since the pandemic started, 40% of India's active caseload is contributed by Maharashtra. 40% of India's overall.
Okay, Madam, I want to go to our
Maharashtra. So please.
I am going to go to our next guest. 1 second. Let me come in. Madam, let me come in. Okay, 1 second. They are not patting themselves at the back. Neither is anybody waxing eloquence. It's come from the Supreme Court. It has come from the apex court today, not from anyone else. So when you are making statements, you're possibly in contempt of the Supreme Court when you're questioning their better judgment.
Delhi and the other states need to cooperate with the center. I read the entire judgment by Justice Chandrachud and Justice Shah.
Madam, Madam, we are going to talk about Delhi, but the Supreme Court, Justice Chandrachud said very clearly that the centre needs to pick up a page from the BMC-run Mumbai model, quote unquote. By questioning that judgment, you are in contempt of court, madam, not of the Maharashtra government, not of a journalist.
Maharashtra is the biggest super spreader.
Madam, you can say that, but do not. Madam, that's your... Yes, but do not say that it's waxing eloquence, we are doing it, or a political party is doing it. Madam, it's happened. 1 second. Madam, the Supreme Court ruling... Nobody is. It's come today. Madam, Justice Chandrachud's order has come today afternoon. So let's leave it at that. Can I just go across to Reena Gupta from the Aam Aadmi Party? Reena Gupta, scathing observations has been made where the centre is concerned by both the Delhi High Court and the Supreme Court today. The fact is that doesn't leave you quite behind as well, because it does seem that the state and the centre are busy shifting blames. Caught as collateral is the citizen of the national capital.
Preeti, I feel really sad today that even now, the spokesperson from BJP is still trying to pass the buck. On 20th April, our allocation was increased for oxygen. One has to understand that oxygen is a regulated commodity in the country, and it is only the central government that decides which state gets how much oxygen and from which plant. Delhi, the difference between Delhi and Mumbai, while I agree with the Supreme Court observation, there is a lot we need to learn from the Bombay model. But the one big difference is that Bombay, being part of Maharashtra, can manage to get oxygen on their own because it's an industrial state and they have access to oxygen. Delhi has not had access to oxygen, and this is something we have been crying and we've been requesting for 15 days now. Even yesterday, our request and demand for Delhi is 970 metric tons. We've hardly been getting anywhere from 300 to 400 metric tons. Preeti, if the supply is 50%, we are going to see so many SOS calls from hospitals and from individual citizens. As Delhi government, we are trying our best. We have 10,000 beds ready right now. If we can get our oxygen supply in Delhi, those 10,000 oxygenated beds can be available for the citizens of Delhi from tomorrow. We are trying to increase 2,000 ICU beds, and we are trying everything that is possible to do in order to ensure that healthcare is increased in Delhi. But oxygen is something that for 15 days this has been going on in Supreme Court and High Court, and they keep giving affidavits after affidavits. But in fact, today, Solicitor General Tushar Mehta himself said, and I quote, he admitted that there may have been a systematic failure on part of the central government in not being able to distribute oxygen properly to the hospitals in Delhi. So I am...
Madam, I'll come to you. Let your co-panelist speak. I'll come to you. Let your co-panelist... Can I just get the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson?
How can you allow her to misquote the
Madam, time it.
I am
Time
not
it.
misquoting.
Time it.
I am not misquoting.
Time it. I'll come to you equally.
Preeti, Preeti, and it is
Can
very
I just
sad
get the Aam Aadmi Party
today,
spokesperson? Make your point, madam, before I go to...
Yeah, just last couple of points. Preeti, even today, the top government officials of the central government were attending a PR management exercise, which was actually being addressed by Mr. Javadekar, while 22,920 oxygen concentrators are sitting in the customs department waiting to be cleared.
Madam, the fact is right now
that you and I can use.
Miss Gupta, the fact is the state is none the better. All those jumbo setups you dismantled thinking that you had turned the corner where COVID was concerned. Your government was also caught napping as much as the centre. So let's not pretend that it's any which way different. But having said that, I'll come right back to you. You've made your point. I want to go back to Sanju Verma. The fact is, Ms. Verma, which was said in court today as well by the Chief Justices in question, Mr. Chief Justice Shah and Justice Chandrachud, that what you might give on paper is different, but it's not reaching in terms of the metric tons of oxygen that the city needs. It's a fact. That was one observation made by the courts, ma'am, today.
Okay. Preeti, thank you for, underscoring the need to ensure that we don't misquote the Supreme Court. First and foremost, point number one, during the hearing, Solicitor General Tushar Mehta said that on May 3rd, the central government provided 483 metric tons, and on May 4th, 585 metric tons, and we will be fulfilling the requirements as instructed for by the Apex Court. We don't want to be running foul of either the Delhi High Court or the Apex Court. Point number two, one thing which the Aam Aadmi Party conveniently forgets, but I'm not surprised they suffer from selective amnesia, is the fact, Preeti, that if you notice two very important judgments, one last week by Delhi High Court's Pratibha Singh, and prior to that by a two-bench judge consisting of Rekha Palli and Bipin Sanghi. Do you know what they said? They said that the centre is doing what it can. But Arvind Kejriwal, do you think that the centre should now come to your doorstep and distribute the oxygen cylinders? Why can't you even ensure that the oxygen mapping by your government is done efficiently? They categorically told Arvind Kejriwal that DelhiFightsCoronavirus.in is a website that is dysfunctional. This was proven on the floor of the court. What can be more shameful? And let me also remind the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson, while health is a state subject, transport is a state subject, disaster management is a state subject, the Modi government is not like the Kejriwal dispensation, which spends 600 crores on flimsy advertisements with Kejriwal saying, "मैंने vaccine लगा ली है जी, मेरे बाबूजी ने भी लगा ली है जी, आप भी लगा
Madam,
लीजिए."
okay.
We believe in
I'd like to
action.
go back. I'd like to go back.
Louder than words.
I'm coming.
We are doing what needs to be done.
Madam,
you are only coming
everyone
on
will get equal
television
say.
studio, whining, fretting, and
Okay.
fuming. Who is delivering oxygen
Okay,
cylinders today
okay.
to Delhi? Modi government.
Madam, it's all right.
Who's
Can I
delivering
just now
ventilators?
shift the focus
Modi
to the
government.
Aam
Who's
Aadmi Party
delivering ICU beds?
spokesperson?
Modi government.
Madam, it's all well
What
and
is
good to
the
say
Kejriwal government doing?
disaster
Nothing.
management is a
Apart
state
from coming
subject.
and
Everything is a
complaining,
state
whining all the
subject.
time.
Everything. One second. All right. Okay, I want to go back to the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson, but two things I'll remind you, Sanju Verma, because what you did say, you quoted the Delhi High Court. Let me also say what the Delhi High Court said about the centre yesterday, that the centre is like an ostrich burying its head in the sand. Second of all, you talk about everything is a state subject. The very fact that the LG was in the meeting with the Delhi Chief Minister, hear me out, madam.
No,
That the Delhi LG was there along with the Delhi Chief Minister in the COVID crisis meeting he had with the Prime Minister had his meeting with the Delhi Chief Minister. The LG was there in attendance. Everything else can be state subject. When the buck stops at the center, it's not a state subject. I want to cut across back to the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson. Go ahead, Ms.
Modi
Gupta.
government is doing the heavy lifting.
Can I just get Ms. Gupta, please?
You know,
I
Preeti,
want to cut across to a PCR. Please, let's just get Ms. Gupta. Yes, Ms. Gupta, go ahead.
Preeti, it is very, very sad that we continue to do this blame game. But you know, one has to really see, as far as oxygen is concerned, the supply of medicines like remdesivir, who gets licenses to produce remdesivir, approval of vaccinations. These are all, things that the central government needs to do. And what is really sad is, okay, we all did not anticipate that the second wave will be so disastrous. But even now, even today, the focus is not on making sure that the center and state work together. And where does the buck stop? You know, you can blame opposition states like Delhi saying that, okay, the government is not cooperating. What is happening in UP? What is happening in Karnataka? Why are they running out of oxygen? Why are patients dying in those states? The problem is that the central government is still not managing things properly, and the High Court very clearly said that if you cannot manage the supply and demand of oxygen, it's high time that you get some specialists from IITs and IIMs involved and make sure that oxygen is supplied. I mean, unless oxygen is supplied, what can the states do? And it is not just Delhi High Court. You know, the Allahabad High Court has said that COVID deaths due to lack of oxygen is like genocide. You know, the Patna High Court has said complete failure of central government gripped by indecision. So the high courts, left, right and center all over the country are saying that the central government is not managing these supplies. But what is really sad that even now the central government is not ready to do anything differently and not ready to change. All they're interested is in declaring the Central Vista project as an essential project, a new house for the Prime Minister as an essential project, and image management and headline management. I mean, I would like to plead through your channel that even now, let us all get together, let's all work together so that we don't lose any more precious lives in the country.
Okay. All right, Ms. Gupta, I'm going to go back to the BJP spokesperson. You've had your say. Yes, Ms. Verma, you wanted to come in for a rebuttal. Go ahead now.
Yeah. Preeti, first and foremost, let me put some things in perspective. Let me tell you very categorically that having vaccinated over 159 million people in 112 days, India has the fastest vaccination rate globally. The USA took 121 days to vaccinate that number, and China 132 days to vaccinate that number. The United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres said that the assets built by the Modi government to battle the pandemic are one of the biggest assets in the world. From 2 laboratories to over 3,000 testing laboratories is something which needs to be applauded. Also, I just want to ask one thing to the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson. वेंटिलेटर कौन दिलवाएगा? मोदी सरकार। आईसीयू बेड कौन दिलवाएगा? मोदी सरकार। ऑक्सीजन बेड कौन दिलवाएगा? मोदी सरकार। ऑक्सीजन कॉन्सेंट्रेटर कौन दिलवाएगा? मोदी सरकार। यदि प्रधानमंत्री और मोदी सरकार सब कुछ करेंगे तो राज्य के मुख्यमंत्री क्या करेंगे? Is there no accountability that needs to be asked from the likes of an Uddhav Thackeray?
Okay.
No accountability from Delhi, which till recently had a positivity rate of 32% thanks to an incompetent Arvind Kejriwal. No accountability from Captain Amrinder Singh. We had given him 300 ventilators. He has not even opened the packaging of one ventilator as per an article in Tribune. No accountability from Bhupesh Baghel, who till 2 weeks, 3 weeks
Madam.
back said, "मैं तो Covaxin नहीं लगाऊंगा." So let's
Madam.
be clear.
Okay.
The central government is doing what it needs to do. The state governments are only politicizing. They've
Okay.
abandoned their responsibilities towards the citizenry and have thrown in the towel. Mr. Kejriwal, out of 600
Okay.
crores that you spend on advertisements, how
Okay.
much did you spend on setting up a single hospital in Delhi? Did you set up a single ICU bed? So please don't come here
All
and
right,
give a
okay.
lecture to the BJP. If there's one government
right,
which
okay,
is
I
working
need to-
today, it is the central government.
All right. Okay, all right, okay. I need to end the show, but let me just end it. Let me just end it on this note, which is accountability as a journalist will be asked from Mr. Kejriwal, from Mr. Uddhav Thackeray, but accountability will also be asked from the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Yogi Adityanath, from the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh as well. And data, if you look at it, can be swung whichever way you'd like to look at it. Because data also suggests that the speed of vaccination in India, it will take another 10 years for India to get vaccinated. And Ms. Verma, you do know that. But having said that, I appreciate you both put your points of views there. Appreciate you both joining us. Thank you. Up next is Rahul Kanwal.